And now on the takeoff roll, here comes the L-39C Albatross. Jenna will now climb for her demonstration. A Marine Corps Harrier pilot, military test pilot, and a veteran of more than 121 combat missions. She is a 1996 graduate of the United States Naval Academy. Jenna has participated in a variety of combat operations in support of American and Allied missions. She was the first ever Marine Corps Harrier pilot as a female, and last year was promoted to the rank of colonel. She was instrumental in inspiring young girls to reach for new heights, supporting local education functions, and serving as a public speaker. Jenna will now reposition the L-39 for today's display, and this will give you a great opportunity to capture this amazing jet trainer on your cameras, as she will come by in excess of 320 miles an hour. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the left, say hello to Colonel Jenna Dolan and the L-39. Pulling in excess of 5 Gs or 5 times the force of gravity. Jenna Dolan begins her routine in true high-speed style. The L-39 is a very capable jet trainer, as I mentioned. It can reach speeds in excess of 450 miles an hour. As we stand here on Earth, we're at 1 G or 1 times the force of gravity, but as Jenna goes into these turns, that G-force will be increased, sometimes up to 6 times her normal body weight. To put that in perspective for you, if you weigh 200 pounds, inside the cockpit in those turns, you did weigh 1,200 pounds. Many combat pilots wear what are known as G-suits, a specialized clothing that squeezes the lower body to keep the blood up in the brain and allows our pilots to keep flying. Again now, from the right-hand side in terrain review, here comes Colonel Jenna Dolan and the L-39. Jenna's skill and experience from decades of flying high-performance military jets allows her to perform these maneuvers with great precision. A member of your United States Marine Corps, Jenna has begun performing at air shows and special events throughout the United States in the L-39 and soon in the rare FA-2 Sea Harrier. Repositioning just a few hundred feet above the ground, she'll swing around for her next pass from our left. You can see the exhaust coming out of the aircraft as she reaches plus 400 miles an hour, 100 feet above the deck. This is the L-39's high-speed pass. This type of speed will allow you to get from Culpeper, Virginia to New York City in just under 1 hour. The L-39 was the first of the second-generation jet trainers, along with being the first turbofan-powered trainer in history. It was later developed into the L-159 Alka, a light attack aircraft, and today the Albatross serves as the stepping stone for many Eastern Bloc aviators before taking the controls of the front-line fighters. With a bachelor's in science degree in mathematics, both Jenna's father and her brother before her were Marine Corps aviators, and who she credits them for their initial interest in aviation. Matter of fact, the former First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, even recognized Jenna for her transition from the military, now into the civilian workforce, working for GE Aviation as an example for others to follow. Jenna, one of only a handful of female airshow pilots in our industry today. positioning over our left shoulders. Be sure to get your cameras out as she sets up for what will be the Albatross photo pass. Judy is now going to reposition once again in this great trainer, the L-39. A handful of those, around 250 here in North America, civilian owned. It is an incredible aircraft indeed. With a roll rate of over 300 degrees per second, the L-39 serves as a great trainer, and while many of these maneuvers may seem very elegant, they are very difficult to do at the speeds in which she is traveling, ensuring she has the right airspeed, the right altitude, and the right show line as she approaches once again from our right-hand side. This aircraft, high performance, but high performance at Eastern Bloc standards. Built and flown by the Czechoslovakians for the Russians. Many parts are Russian, the engine is Russian, and there's a lot of Russian language on board. But this L-39, owned by Nalls and Nalls Aviation, has been modified to feature a variety of American avionics, American instruments, and has one heck of a ride in her civilian life for this impressive lady from Minnesota. Jenna Dolan swinging around for landing, and if you look very closely, you will see the landing gear and flaps have been extended as she approaches at about 160 knots. As she sets up her final, and as she does so, I hope you will join me in a great round of applause from Colonel Jenna Dolan and today's Albatross flight demonstration. We will see more jets later on in our program, and we'll tell you all about it as Art Nalls takes to the skies in the world's only civilian-owned British aerospace Sea Harrier. So be sure to stick around for that. That'll help close our show. Now, as Jenna rolls out on the runway, we are going to take you back in time for World War II with the North American SNJ Texan. Commonly known as the pilot maker, the North American trainer was the aircraft flown by thousands of World War II aviators to earn their wings. This aircraft has what is known as a radial engine. And well, what does that mean? Well, in our cars, we usually have, kind of inline engines.